Again. Step, kick, kick, leap, kick, touch. 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 Right. That connects with turn, turn, out, in, jump, step, step, kick, kick, leap, kick, touch. Got it? Going on. And turn, turn, out, in, jump, step. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, out, in, back, step. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, out, in, jump, step, pivot step. Walk, walk, walk. The last part is pivot step. Walk, walk, walk. Reviewing from the last turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn, turn, out, in, jump, step, pivot step. Walk, walk, walk. Okay, let's do the whole combination facing away from the mirror. From the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's do ballet combination one more time. Boys and girls together. Don't kill yourselves. Mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to put you into groups. When I call out your number, please get in the formation.
Oh my God, I can't remember my number.
Right. When I find a number without a person, it's you. Okay, girls first. Number 2, number 9, number 10, 23, 37, 149, 152, 23, downstage, 13, upstage.
Judy Turner?
Judy Turner, right. Stage left, girls. Second group, number 37, downstage. Number 60, upstage.
God, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. How many people does he need?
How many people does he
God,
need?
I hope I get it. How many boys, how many girls, how many boys, how many boys? Look at all the people, at all the people. How many people does he need? How many boys, how many girls, how many people does he?
52, 62, 46. Third group of boys, number 63, downstage. Number 67, upstage. 81, downstage. 84, upstage. Okay, boys, stage left. Let's do the ballet combination one more time. First group of girls, second group follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Liana, you're dancing with your tongue again. Next group in. You, any ballet? Don't dance. Don't dance! Next group in. Boys in. Up, up, up. Hold it, stop, hold it. How many years ballet?
1.
Any Broadway shows?
No.
The arms are second, down, third. I want to see it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up, up, up. Next group in. Up, up, up. Boy in the headband, keep your head up. Headband, head up. Next group in. Up, up, up.
I really blew it. I really blew it. How could I do a thing like that? Now I'll never make it. I'll never make it.
the way I dance. He doesn't like the way I...
Girl in brown, much better, but still too much tension in the face, neck, and shoulders. Relax. Next group. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it, stop. Larry. 5, 6, 7, 8. Next group. 5, 6, 7, 8. Dance out. Dance out. Hold it, stop. Sheila, do me a favor. You dance upstage, you downstage. 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you know the combination?
I knew it when I was in the front.
Okay, boys. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it, stop, hold it. The step is down step, pivot step, not pivot step, right? You chewing gum?
Yes.
Get rid of it. It's step, step up, cross turn from there. I want to see it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Next group. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hold it. Hey, listen, that's really great, but stay in the formation and tone it down. Boy, the headband, keep your head up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Next group. 5, 6, 7, 8. Any Broadway shows?
No.
Broadway shows.
Touring company.
Okay, I'm eliminating down. When I call out your number, please form a line. Girls first. Number 2. Number 9. Number 10. Number 23. Judy Turner, right. Number 37. 149. 152. 179. Cassie. Other girls, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sorry. Boys, number 17, number 5, 44, 45, 63, 67, 81, and 84. Other boys, thank you.
I think I've got it. I think I've got it. I knew he liked me all the time.
I want your pictures and resumes, please.
What's coming next?
It's over. I can't imagine what he wants. does he? I really need my honest job. He's God I need. I need one had a trouble start. I've got to get this
Larry, collect the pictures and resumes, please.
Who am I anyway? Am I my resume? That is a picture of a person I don't know. What does he want from me? What should I try to be? So many faces all around, and here we go. I need this job. Oh God, I need this show.
Today I want to know your stage name, your real name if it's different, and I'd also like to know where you were born and how old you are.
Terrific. Fabulous.
Excuse me, do we have to? I mean, I don't think it's very polite to ask a lady her age.
Being polite doesn't interest me. Your age does, and I want to know your age. All right, we'll go down the line. We'll start at the end. Stage right.
28.
State your name and step forward.
My real name is Don Kerr, Kansas City, Kansas.
Next.
Maggie Winslow.
Louder.
Maggie Winslow. Sometimes known as Margaret, Margie, Peggy, all of the above. Whatever, it's real. And I was born in San Mateo, California on a Thursday evening, 10:40 p.m., August 17th. And I'm 25.
Next.
Mike Costa. It used to be Costa Falone. I was born in Trenton, New Jersey on the 4th of July. I'm 24.
Hi, I'm Connie McKenzie. The whole name is Connie Edna May Sue McKenzie, but please don't tell anybody. I was born in Greenville, North Carolina on Groundhog Day, and I'm 21.
Next.
My real name is Sidney Kenneth Beckenstein. My Jewish name is Rochmael Ben Lev Yaakov Meyer Beckenstein. And my professional name is Gregory Gardner. It's very East Side, and I do not deny it. I'm 32.
Cassie, Zach, could I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I'm in.
Not right now, Cassie. I'm running about an hour behind.
Well, it only takes
Next.
I'm Sheila Bryant, really Sarah Rosemary Bryant, which I really hate. I was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I'm going to be 30 real soon. And I'm real glad.
I am Robert Charles Joseph Henry Mills III. That's my real name, too. I come from upstate New York, near Buffalo. I don't remember the name of the town. I blocked it out. I was born 25 years ago.
My name is Bibi Benzenheimer. I know, I've got to change it. I'm 22, I'm from Boston, and here I am!
Hi, I'm Judy Turner. My real name is Tina Turner. No, it's always been Judy Turner, and I'm 26 years old. Oh, and I'm from El Paso, Texas.
Good. Next.
My name is Richie Walters. I'm 27 years old. I was born on a full moon in Herculaneum, Missouri. And I'm black.
I'm Alan DeLuca. I'm 30. I come from the Bronx.
I'm Christine Urich, Christine Evelyn Urich, and I'll be 23 on September 1.
Tell them where you're from.
Oh, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
And?
Oh, and my married name's DeLuca.
Oh, wow, I didn't know. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Next.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm Valerie Clark. But my parents seem to think I'm Margaret Mary Houlihan,
Couldn't you just die? I was born in the middle of nowhere, a little town called Arlington, Vermont. Bye-bye.
How old are you?
Old? No, 25.
Oh, Mark Anthony! Really, Mark Philip Lawrence Tabori, Tempe, Arizona. I'm 20 years old.
Jesus.
And if I get this show, I'll work real hard.
Oh, don't let it bug you, honey.
Paul San Marco, that's my stage name. My real name is Efron Ramirez. I was born in Spanish Harlem, and I'm 27.
My name is Deanna Morales, and I didn't change it because I figured ethnic was in. 27, you got that? And I was born on a Hollywood bed in the Bronx.
Go on, Deanna.
Go on what? Oh, you want to know how tall I am, the color of my eyes, or how many shows I've done? I just gave you my picture and resume. Everything you want to know is right there.
I know. Now tell me what's not on it.
Like what?
Talk about yourself.
Talk about what?
Tell me about the Bronx.
What's to tell about the Bronx? It's uptown and to the right.
What did you do there?
In the Bronx? Mostly waiting to get out.
What made you start dancing?
Who knows? I have rhythm on Puerto Rican. I always jumped around and danced. Hey, do you want to know if I can act? Give me a scene to read. I'll act, I'll perform. But I can't just talk. Please. I'm too nervous.
Then relax.
Look, I really don't mind talking, but I just can't be the first. Please.
You want this job, don't you?
Sure, I want the job.
All right, Deanna, back in line. Before we do any more dancing, and we will be dancing some more, let me explain something. I'm looking for a strong dancing chorus. I need people who look terrific together and that can work together as a group. But there are some small parts that need to be played by the dancers I hire. Now, I have your pictures and resumes. I know what shows you've been in, but that's not going to help me. And I don't want to just give you a few lines to read. I think it would be better if I knew something about you, about your personalities. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. I just want to hear you talk. Treat it like an interview. I don't want you to think you have to perform. I just want to hear you talk and be yourselves. And everybody, just relax as much as you can. Sheila.
How many people do you want?
4 and 4.
44?
No, 4 and 4.
4 boys, 4 girls.
Need any women?
All right, Mike, I'll start with you.
Me? Don't you want to start at the end?
No, I'll start with you and relax.
I could if you started at the end. What do you want to know?
What do you want to tell me?
I want to tell you to start at the end. I can't think of a thing.
Yes, you can. Why did you start dancing?
Oh, because of my sister. I come from this big Italian family. My grandmother's always hanging out the window, leaning on a little pillow. Because that's what Italian grandmothers do. Hang out windows. I was the last of 12. I was an accident. That's what my sister used to say. Oh, that was the sister, Rosalie. She was the one who started taking dance lessons. My mother used to take her every Saturday. And she used to take me along. I like going.
How old were you?
4. I'd sit there all perky, right? And I'm watching Cisco pitter-pat. Said, I can do that. I can do that. Knew every step right off the bat. Said, I can do that. I can do that. One morning, sis won't go to dance class. I grabbed her shoes and tights and all, but my foot's too small, so I stuff her shoes with extra socks. Run 7 blocks in nothing flat. Hell, I can do that. I can do that. To class and had it made, and so I stayed the rest of my life. All thanks to sis. Now I'm married and fat. I can do this. That I can do. I can do that. And then they started calling me Twinkle Toes.
Did that bother you?
Nah, I figured let them say what they want.
I don't buy that, Mike.
Well, sure it bothered me. I mean, I didn't want to get called Twinkle Toes just for taking a couple of dance lessons.
All right, Mike. Back in line. Bobby, you're on.
Well, actually, I don't know how I turned out as heavenly as I did. When I was 5, I was playing jacks, and the car fell down on my head.
Bobby, are you going to do a routine?
No, moving right along, moving along. Do you want to know about all the wonderful and exciting things that have happened in my life? Or do you want the truth?
I'll take the truth.
Well, to begin with, I come from this quasi-upper middle or middle-upper class family type home. I could never figure out which, but it was real boring. I mean, we had money, but no taste. You know the kind of house. AstroTurf on the patio. Anyway, my mother had a lot of card parties and was one of the foremost bridge cheaters in America. My father worked for this big corporation, but they used to send him out into the field a lot. To drink. Well, better that than to find him lying on his office floor. But he was okay. I was the strange one.
How strange?
Real strange. I used to love to give garage recitals. Bizarre recitals. One time I was doing Frankenstein as a musical, and I spray painted this kid silver, all over. They had to rush him to the hospital because he had that thing where your pores can't breathe. He lived, because luckily I didn't paint the soles of his feet, and
what if I'm next? What if I'm next? What am I gonna do? I haven't got a clue. I've gotta think of something. What does he want? What does he want? Stories from the past. I'd better find one fast.
What should I say? What can I tell him?
And as I got older, I kept getting stranger and stranger. I used to go down to this busy intersection by my house during rush hour to direct traffic. I just wanted to see if anybody noticed me. Oh, that's when I started breaking into people's houses. I didn't steal anything. I just rearranged their furniture
And orphan at 3, mother and dad both gone, raised by a sweet ex-con, tied up and raped at 7. Seriously, nothing too obscene. I'd better keep it clean. What should I say? What can I tell him?
School. You want to hear about school? I went to PS Shipped. See, I was the kind of kid that was always getting shoved into lockers. Not only by the students, by the teachers, too. Oh, and I hated sports. And sports were very big. I mean, it was Jock City, but I didn't make a single team. You see, I couldn't catch a ball if it had Elmer's glue on it. And wouldn't my father have to be this big ex-football hero? Well, he was so humiliated he didn't know what to tell his friends, and
God, I'm a wreck, I don't know where to start. I'm gonna fall apart. Where are my childhood memories? Who were the toys? What were the boys? Gone beyond recall. And why am I so tall? What should I say? What can I tell him?
And my mother kept saying, if you don't stop setting your brother on fire, we're gonna have to send you away. And I was always thinking up these spectacular ways of how to kill myself. But then I realized to commit suicide in Buffalo is redundant.
Okay, Bobby, back in line. Sheila.
Yes? You want me?
Yes.
He wants me.
To talk.
Right. What do you want to know about me first?
Why are you in this business?
Well, I wanted to be a prima ballerina. That light. What color is that? Do you have anything softer?
Don't worry about the lights. Just talk.
Well, like I said, I wanted to be a ballerina because my mother was a ballerina until my father made her give it up.
Sheila, come downstage. Closer.
Can I sit on your lap?
Do you always come on like this?
No. Sometimes I'm aggressive. Actually, I'm a Leo.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means the other 11 months of the year have to watch out. I'm very strong.
Maybe too strong.
Am I doing something you don't like? I mean, you told me to be myself.
Just bring it down.
Bring what down?
Your attitude. Tell me about your parents.
My parents.
Your father.
Him.
Your mother.
My mother. My mother was raised like a little nun. She couldn't go out of the house. She couldn't even...
Sheila, don't perform. Just talk.
But she wanted to be a dancer, and she had all these scholarships and all that until she got married, and my father made her give it up. Isn't this exciting? And then she had this daughter, me, and she made her everything she wanted to be. And she was fabulous how she did it. Do you want to know how she did it?
Yes. But first, your hair.
What? You don't like it?
No. Let it down.
Well, that's what I've been trying to do. Better?
Better. Go on.
Oh, how she did it. Well, first she took me to see all the ballets. Then she gave me a pair of her toe shoes, which I used to run down the sidewalk in on my toes at 5. And then I saw the red shoes.
Loved it.
Right? And I wanted to be that lady, that redhead. Well, when my mother saw that I had to dance, she said, "You can't do it until you're 8. Well, by then I was only 6, and I said, "But I've got to dance." I mean, anything to get out of the house.
What?
Nothing.
What did you say?
I just said that I wanted to get out of my house.
Why?
Truth?
Sure, you're strong enough.
Well, let's face it, my family's scene was, not good. Daddy always thought that he married beneath him. That's what he said, that's what he said. When he proposed, he informed my mother he was probably her very last chance. And though she was 22, though she was 22, though she was 22, she married him. Life with my dad wasn't ever a picnic, more like a come as you are. When I was 5, I remember my mother dog earrings out of the car. I knew that they weren't hers, but it wasn't something you'd want to discuss. He wasn't warm. Well, not to her. Well, not to us. Everything was beautiful at the ballet. Graceful men, lovely girls in white. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. Hey, I was happy at the ballet. That's when I started class. Up a steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up a steep and very narrow stairway. It wasn't paradise.
Wasn't paradise.
It wasn't paradise, but it was home.
Mother always said I'd be very attractive when I grew up. Different, she said, with a special something and a very, very personal prayer. And though I was 8 or 9, though I was 8 or 9, though I was 8 or 9, I hated her. Now, different is nice, but it sure isn't pretty. Pretty is what it's about. I never met anyone who was different, who couldn't figure It was clear, if not to her, well then to me, that everyone was beautiful at the ballet. Every prince has got to have his swan. Everyone is beautiful at the ballet. I was pretty at the ballet. Up a steep and very narrow stairway to the voice like a metronome. Up a steep and very narrow stairway. Was in paradise, was in paradise, was in paradise, but it was home. I don't know what they were for or against, really, except each other. I mean, I was born to save their marriage. But when my father came to pick my mother up at the hospital, he said, well, I thought this was going to help, but I guess it's not. Anyway, I did have a fantastic fantasy life. I used to dance around the living room with my arms up like this. My fantasy was that it was an Indian chief, and he would say to me, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say, Daddy, I would love to dance. He proposed that I was born to help their marriage, and when that's what he said, that's what she said. I used to dance around the living room. It wasn't war, not for her. It was an Indian chief, and he said, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I said, Daddy, I would love to. Everything was beautiful at the ballet. Raise your arms and someone's always there. Yes, everything was beautiful at the ballet. At the ballet. At the ballet. Everything was beautiful at the ballet. I was pretty. I was happy. I would love to at the ballet.
Christine.
Oh no, me?
That's what he said.
Well, oh God, I don't know where to begin.
Tell him how you got started.
Oh, well, everybody says that when I was little, every time they put on the radio, I just get up and start dancing. And, oh, this man came around to my house selling.
Lessons.
Oh, and he was a terrific salesman. I'll never forget it. He put me up against this television set. It was one of those great big square things. Then he turned me around, picked up my foot, touched it to the back of my head, and said, this little girl could be a star. Oh, I don't know if it was the look on my face or the fact that I wouldn't let go of his leg. But my mother saw how much it meant to me. I mean, I watched everything on television that had dancing on it, especially... Oh, God. Every Sunday it was,
Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan! Right! Every Sunday. Like church. And, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous.
That's all right. Just take a minute and try and pull yourself together.
For her? This is together.
He's right. I always knew what I wanted to do, though. I wanted to be like all those people I watched in the movies. Only it's funny, I never wanted to be Ann Miller. I wanted to be Doris Day. Except I
problem?
See, I really couldn't sing. I could never really sing. What I couldn't do was...
Sing.
I have trouble with that.
Don't.
It goes all around my head. It's terrifying.
Sing.
See, I really couldn't hear which note was lower or was...
Higher.
Which is why I disappear when someone says, let's start a...
Choir.
Hey, when I think
Shriek.
it's a cross between
Squeak.
and a quiver R.
Moan.
It's a little like a
Go.
with a record player.
Go.
What it doesn't have is...
Tone.
Oh, I know you're thinking, what a crazy...
Sing-a-ling.
But I really couldn't...
Sing.
I could never really...
Sing.
What I couldn't do is...
Sing. Three blind mice.
It isn't intentional.
She's doing her best. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. It really blows my mind.
She gets depressed.
But when I lack in pitch, I sure make up in...
Power!
And all my friends said, perfect for the shower! Still, I'm terrific at it.
Dance.
That's a comment in there.
Pants.
I'm a pretty on the...
Wing.
But if I think it's
Sure.
Christmas, who's that little
Where?
like Pong instead of ping? And when Christmas comes and all my friends go caroling, it is so disheartening, it is so disquieting, it is so discouraging. Don't please stop answer.
Ring.
See, I really couldn't.
Sing.
I could never really.
Sing.
What I couldn't do was.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do.
Sing, 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 sing.
Never sing a note, please never, never sing a note, oh, never.
Okay, Alan, Christine, back in line. Mark.
Well, I get the feeling that most of you always knew what you wanted to do. Me, I didn't. I was just a kid for a while. Oh, then one day, well, my father, he always had this fabulous library of books in the back of the house. And when I was about 11, I guess, well, I found this medical textbook. It had pictures of the male and female anatomy. Well, I thought that was pretty interesting. I used to read that book. A lot.
Were you interested in medicine, or were you just into the pictures?
No,
Hello to where?
Hello. Change is old.
Time to doubt.
To break out.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Time to wrong.
Time to go.
Adolescence. Too young to take over. Too old to ignore.
Gee, I'm almost ready.
What? What for? There's a lot I am not certain of. Hello 12, hello 13, hello love.
From the book, I diagnosed my own appendicitis. Next day, I went to our doctor down the block. Sure enough, acute appendicitis. They rushed me right to the hospital. Well, I figured this book would cover everything the rest of my life. And when I was 13, well, I had my first wet dream. So I went right back to the book. Milky discharge, milky discharge, milky discharge, milky discharge, milky discharge. Gonorrhea! I was in shock! I mean, gonorrhea! Before I'd even started. I couldn't tell my mother I had gonorrhea. So the book said to drink a lot of water.
Is that all the book said?
No, it said to take penicillin, strepto, something or other. But I couldn't do anything about that unless I told somebody. So all I could do was drink the water, and I drank like 20 glasses a day for 3 weeks. I almost drowned. So finally, I went to confession, and I told the priest that I had gonorrhea. Well, he was in shock too. have you been with my son? Nobody. Nobody. Then how can you have gonorrhea? Well, I told him about the book's diagnosis for milky discharge, and he set me straight. Well, that's the only time the church ever helped me out. Well, I was
4'10", 4'10". That's the story of my life. I remember when everybody was my size. Boy, was that great! But then everybody started moving up, and there I was, stuck at 4'10", 4'10". But I kept hoping and praying. I used to hang from a parallel bar by the hour, hoping I'd stretch just an inch more. 'Cause I was into dancing then, and I was good, and I wanted so much to grow up to be a prima ballerina. So then I went out for cheerleader, and they told me, no dice, you'll get lost on the football field. The pom-poms are bigger than you. I spent my whole childhood waiting to grow.
Tits! When am I gonna grow tits?
Secret. My whole life was a secret.
One little fart, and they called me Stinky for 3 years. Oh!
Goodbye 12, goodbye 13. Hello, home, down we go.
Playing doctor with Evelyn.
La la la.
I'll show you mine.
La la.
You show me yours.
La la.
See, Daddy, take it!
Time to go, time to go.
Right.
La la la.
Mom and Dad were doing it.
I'm gonna be a movie star.
But you see, the only thing about me that grew was my desire. I was never gonna be Maria Dolce. I was just this peanut on point. That was my whole trick, my size. It still is. God, my last show, I was 32, and I played a 14-year-old brat.
Aha, I thought you said you were 21.
Oops. So I got caught. But I don't look it, and I shouldn't knock it. Because I've always been able to work. From the time I was 5 in summer stock. Up till now I've never stopped. 'Cause whatever I am
So excited because I'm going to go to the High School of Performing Arts. I mean, I was dying to be a serious actress. Anyway, it's the first day of acting class and we're in the auditorium. And the teacher, Mr. Karp. No, Mr. Karp. Anyway, he puts us up on the stage with our legs around each other, one in back of the other. And he says, okay, we're going to do improvisations. Now, you're on a bobsled, it's snowing out, and it's cold. Okay, go. Every day for a week we would try to feel the motion down the hill. Every day for a week we would try to hear the wind rush, feel the chill. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see what I had inside. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried. And everybody's going, whoosh, whoosh. I feel the snow, I feel the cold, I feel the air. And Clark turns to me and he says, oh, hey, Morales, what did you feel? And I said, nothing, I'm feeling nothing. And he said nothing could get a girl transferred. They all felt something, but I felt nothing except the feeling that this bullshit was absurd. But I said to myself, hey, it's only the first week, maybe it's genetic. They don't have bobsleds in San Juan. Second week, more advanced, and we had to be a table, be a sports car, ice cream car.
say very good, except Morales, to rhyme Morales all along. So I dug right down to the bottom of my soul to see how an ice cream felt. Yes, I dug right down to the bottom of my soul, and I tried to melt. The kids yelled nothing. They called me nothing, and carp allowed it, which really makes me burn. They were so helpful. They called me hopeless until I really didn't know where else to turn. And carp kept saying, Morales, I think you should transfer to Girls High. You'll never be an actress, never. Jesus Christ! Went to church, praying Santa Maria, send me guidance, send me guidance on my knees. Went to church, praying Santa Maria, help me feel it, help me feel it, pretty please. And a voice from down at the bottom of my soul came up to the top of my head. And the voice from down at the bottom of my soul, here is what it said. This man is nothing! This course is nothing! If you want something, go find a better class. And when you find one, you'll be an actress. And I assure you, this it finally came to pass. 6 months later, I heard the carp had died. And I dug right down to the bottom of my soul and cried, 'cause I felt nothing. I didn't want him to die or anything, but...
The summer I turned 15, I lied about my age so I could join AGMA. You know, the nightclub union. Cause I could make $60 a week working these strip joints outside of Kansas City. I worked this one club for about 8 weeks straight, and I really became friendly with this stripper. Her name was Lola Latours. And her dynamic twin 44s. I mean, she really took to me. We did share the only dressing room, and she did a lot of dressing. Anyway, she used to come and pick me up and drive me to work nights. Well, the neighbors would all be hanging outside their windows, and she'd drive up in her big pink Cadillac convertible and smile. And I come running out my house, my little tuxedo on, and my tap shoes in my hand. And we just take off down the block with her long, flaming red hair just blowing in the wind.
Goodbye, 13. Hello,
love. Why do I pay for all those lessons? Dance for grandma, dance for grandma. I got the Steve McQueen's real sexy. Bob way out, the Steve McQueen in. You cannot go to the movies unless you finish your homework.
Where's the car? Stop picking your nose!
Oh, darling, you're not old enough to wear a bra. You got nothing to hold it up.
Walked in the bathroom with me, don't play.
Tits? When am I gonna grow tits?
If Troy Donahue can be a movie star, then I can be a movie star.
Well, when the guys on the block saw Lola, they all wanted to know what the story was. So I told them about this big, hot, heavy romance we were having. When actually, she was going out with this...
Little brat. That's what my sister was. A little brat. And that's why I shaved her head. And I'm glad I shaved her head. But then my father lost his job, so we had to leave El Paso and we went out to St. Louis, Missouri. Well, it was the furthest thing from my mind to be a dancer, but my mother would embarrass me. So when she come to pick me up at school with those great big yellow rolls in her hair, no matter how much I begged her, she'd say, "What?
Are you ashamed of your own mother? But the thing that made my daddy laugh so much was when I used to jump and dance around the living room.
Please take this message to Mother from me. Carry it with
Dad would take
you
Mom to Roseland.
across the
She'd come home with her shoes in her hand.
Mother,
What was in the kitchen?
Darling, I can tell you now, your father went through life with an open flight.
Mother, oh dear, my dear brother,
Those stage and movie people got there because they're special.
Take after your father's side of the family, the ugly side.
Wait until your father gets home. Swear to God it won't die.
And it was the first time I'd ever seen a dead body. But then when I was 15, the most terrible thing happened. The 10 Mac Amateur Hour held auditions in St. Louis, and I didn't hear about it till after they had gone, and I nearly killed myself. I tried to walk in front of a speeding streetcar. And I remember noticing boys for the first time. Anyway, I remember practicing kissing with Leslie. Oh, she was my best girlfriend. Did any of you ever practice kissing with another girl so that when the time came, you know how to? No? Oh my God. Judy, did you, girl?
Yeah, only a couple of times.
Oh, hell, count me in.
Thank God. Anyway, I do remember.
The worst thing in school was every time the teacher'd call on me, I'd be hard, really. I'd have to lean up against the desk like this, and the teacher would say, stand up straight. I can't, I have a pain in my side. Stand up straight. Or walking down the hall, you'd have to walk like this, with all your books stacked up in front of you.
I thought it was only me. I thought it was a sex maniac.
You are.
Me too. I mean, it didn't go down for 3 years.
Oh, and the bus. Oh, the bus was the worst. I just look at a bus and bingo! And then there was the time I was making out in the back seat with Sally Ketchum. We were necking, and I was feeling her boobs and feeling her boobs. And after about an hour or so, she says, ooh, don't you want to feel anything else? And I suddenly thought to myself, no, I don't.
Did that come as a surprise to you?
Well, I guess, yeah. It's probably the first time I realized I was homosexual. And I got so depressed because I thought being gay meant being an outcast the rest of my life. A bum. And I said, gee, I'll never get to wear nice clothes. And I was so into clothes then. I had this fabulous pair of powder blue and pink Aberdeen pants.
What am I gonna say when he
college. A scholarship to college. So I will, yes I will. I'm gonna be a kindergarten teacher. Imagine me, a kindergarten teacher. So I thought, shit, shit, what are you gonna be when you get shoved out of here? Honey, ain't nobody gonna be standing there with no scholarship to life. And I was scared, scared. My pimple's gone, my childhood gone, goodbye. Goodbye 12, goodbye 13, goodbye 14, goodbye 15, goodbye 16, goodbye 17. Hello,
Okay, Val, you're next.
So, the day after I turned 18, I kissed the folks goodbye, got on a Trailways bus, and headed for the big bad apple. June Allison, right? 'Cause I wanted to be a rockette. Oh yeah, let's get one thing straight. See, I never heard about the red shoes. I never saw the red shoes. I didn't give a fuck about the red shoes. I wanted to be a rockette because this girl in my hometown, Luella Heiner, had actually gotten out and made it in New York. And she was a rockette. Well, she came home one Christmas to visit, and they gave her a parade. A goddamn parade. I twirled a friggin' baton for 2 hours in the rain. Unfortunately, though, she got knocked up over Christmas. Merry Christmas! And never made it back to Radio City. That was my plan. New York, New York, here I come. Except I had one minor problem. You see, I was ugly as sin. I was ugly, skinny, homely, unattractive, and flat as a pancake. Get the picture? So I got off the bus with my little white shoes, my little white tights, my little white dress, my little ugly face, my long blonde hair, which was natural then, of course. I look like a fucking nurse. I had $87 in my pocket and 7 years of tapping acrobatics. Well, I could do a 180-degree split and come up tapping the Morse code. Well, with that kind of talent, I figured the mayor would be waiting for me at Port Authority. Wrong. I had to wait 6 months for an audition. Well, finally, the big day came. And I showed up at that music hall with my red patent leather tap shoes, and I did my little tap routine. And this man says to me, "Can you do fan kicks?" Well, sure. I could do terrific fan kicks. But they weren't good enough. Of course, what he was trying to say was it was the way I looked, not the fan kicks. So I said, "Fuck you, Radio City and the Rockettes. I'm gonna dance on Broadway." Well, Broadway, same story. Every audition. I mean, I danced rings around the other girls and ended up in the alley with the other rejects. But after a while, I caught on. I mean, I had eyes. I saw what they were hiring. I also swiped my dance card once after an audition, and on a scale of 10, they gave me for dance 10, for looks 3. Well, dance 10, looks 3, and I'm still on unemployment, dancing for my own enjoyment. That ain't it, kid, that ain't it, kid. Dance 10, looks 3, it's like to die, left the theater and call the doctor for my appointment to buy tits and ass. Bought myself a fancy pair, tightened up the derriere, did the nose with it, all that goes with it, tits and ass. Had the bingo bongos done, suddenly I'm getting national tours. Tits and ass won't get you jobs unless they're yours. Didn't cost a fortune either, didn't hurt my sex life either. Flat and sassy, I would get the strays and losers. Beggars really can't be choosers. That ain't it, kid, that ain't it, kid. Fixed the chassis, how do you do? Life turned into an endless medley of gee, it had to be you. Why, tits and ass, where the cupboard once was bare. Now you're knocking, someone's there. You have got 'em, hey, top to bottom, hey. It's a gas, just a dash of silicone. Shake your new maracas and you're fine. Tits and ass can change your life. They should change mine. You're all looking at my tits now, aren't you?
They're not that big.
I heard that, you bitch. I didn't want them like yours. I wanted them in proportion.
Well, you get what you pay for.
I wouldn't mind having just one of yours.
Well, go out and buy them. Have it all done. Honey, take my word. Grab a cab, come on, see the wizard on Park and 73rd for tits and ass. Orchestra and balcony. What they want is what you see. Keep the best of you, do the rest of you. Hits or class, I have never seen it fail. Debutante or chorus girl, why? Tits and ass, yes, tits and ass have changed my life.
Paul,
Sir?
would you step out of line? When did you start dancing, Paul?
Not until very late.
Why?
I don't know why, I just didn't.
Well, what did you do?
Nothing much.
Come on, Paul, you must have done something. I mean, how old were you when you did start dancing?
16?
Well, what did you do up until the time you were 16? I mean, what was your family like?
We were close.
Close? Brothers, sisters?
I had 2 sisters. One died when I was 14.
How?
Look, I don't want to talk about this. I mean, why do I have to talk about that?
Larry, can we please sit down now?
Zach, can the kids sit now?
And smoke. Can the adults please smoke?
Okay, everybody take a break out in the hall. Paul, we'll try this again later. Cassie, stay on stage, please.
Well, this audition is really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. What are you doing here?
What do you think? I need a job.
In the chorus?
Well, look, Zach, I'd love a part, of course, but I'll take what I can get.
You're too good for the chorus, Cassie.
Too good? I did a couple of dance parts, so what?
You were featured. You stopped 2 shows cold. Your career was going fine here in New York.
I can't get a job, Zach. God, God, you sound like all of my friends, my fans, acting like I'm a star and don't know it. When the truth is, I never even came close and nobody has the guts to tell me. Well, it would be nice to be a star, but I'm not. I'm a dancer. Give me somebody to dance for. Give me somebody to show. Let me wake up in the morning to find I have somewhere exciting to go.
So you're going through a slow period. It happens to everyone. Something will happen.
That's what I kept telling myself in California. And I kept telling myself that and telling myself that. Well, nothing will happen. I can't act.
What?
I can't act. And there I am in California, supposed to be this actress. Well, it didn't take me long to realize I can't act. It didn't take Hollywood long either.
You didn't work out there.
Oh, sure. A rotten part in a so-so film. Part ended up getting cut, thank God. I was a go-go dancer in the TV movie of the week. Let's see. Oh, commercials. I almost got to squeeze a roll of toilet paper, but lost out in the finals. Imagine that, 17 years in this business, and I flunked toilet paper squeezing. I was a dancing Band-Aid, that was fun. We had an earthquake. I got a terrific tan, and surely you must have heard
I
that
did hear you were going with some big agent running around, being a bit wild, carrying on.
Well, when you're a woman of leisure, what else is there to do but get a bit wild and run around? Not to mention getting fat and going crazy, which is why I moved back to New York, and which is why I'm here today. Zach, I need a job. To have something that I can believe in, to have something to be. Use me, choose me.
I just can't see you dancing in the chorus, Cassie.
Why not?
Listen, if you need some money, call my business manager.
Well, sure I need money. Who doesn't? But I don't need a handout. I need a job. I need a job, and I don't know any other way to say it. Do you want me to say it again?
No.
Fine. Then we got that far. Look, I haven't worked in 2 years, not really. There's nothing left for me to do. So, I'm putting myself on the line. Yes, I'm putting myself on your line. I don't want to wait on tables. And what I really, really don't want to do is teach other people to do what I should be doing myself. God, I'm a dancer dances. Give me somebody to dance with. Give me a place to fit in. Help me return to the world of the living by showing me how to begin. Play me the music. Give me a chance to come through. All I ever needed was the music and the mirror and the chance to dance for you. Give me a job and you'll instantly get me involved. If you give me a job, then the rest of the crap will get solved. Help me to prove that I'm strong.
can't go back to the chorus, Cassie. That's not the answer.
I'm not trying to go back. I'm trying to start over. I'll settle for that. Starting over.
Starting over, we can't.
What? We? You're talking about us?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're talking about
Cassie,
us.
let's just keep this to business, okay?
Oh, by all means. That's what this is all about. Well, who's here for anything else? It's about work, right, Zach? Well, that's why I'm here. About work.
Well, you shouldn't have come. You don't fit in. You don't dance like everybody else. You don't know how.
But I did years ago, and I can do it again. You're not even letting me try. Please, give me a chance.
Excuse me, Zach, do you want the kids back now?
No. Take them down to the basement and teach them that lyric to the number. Oh, Larry. Send in Paul. Okay, go with Larry and learn the lyric.
Thank you.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Paul. I really like the way you dance. No, I mean it. So I thought we'd try this again. For one thing, if you're going to change your name, why go from a Puerto Rican name to an Italian one?
Because I don't look it. People say, you don't look Puerto Rican. You don't look Puerto Rican, but I am.
So you figured you looked Italian?
No. I just wanted to become somebody new, so I became Paul San Marco.
Why did you want to become someone new?
Why? Well, I'm not exactly proud of my past.
Who is? But that's what the word means, Paul, past.
That might be easy for you to
Look,
say.
wait a minute. What made you start dancing? Your parents?
No. What do Puerto Ricans know about theater? Well, now they have Channel 47, but then they didn't have anything. But my father, he loved the movies, and he'd take us all the time. He'd work late nights, and he'd come home and he'd take us to 42nd Street. Come out of one movie and go into another and another movie. I don't know why, but I always loved musicals.
How old were you?
7 or 8?
On 42nd Street?
Yeah, it was a trip.
Go on.
Well, I'd have to move down front because I couldn't see. I wear contact lenses now. And I'd sit down front and these strange men would sit beside me and play with me. Well, I never told anyone. Well, I guess it didn't matter.
Why didn't it matter?
Why?
Look, Paul, if this is too rough for you, I have your picture
No!
and resume.
Okay. From seeing all those movie musicals, I used to dance on the street. And I'd get caught all the time. God, it was embarrassing. I was always being Sid Charisse. Always. Which I didn't understand because I wanted to be an actor. I mean, I really wanted to perform. One time my cousin said to me, "You'll never be an actor." And I knew she was telling me this because I was such a sissy. I mean, I was terribly effeminate. I always knew I was gay, but that didn't bother me. What bothered me is that I didn't know how to be a boy. One day I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, "You're 14 years old and you're a faggot. What are you going to do with your life?" Well, by then I was in Cardinal Hayes High School, and there were 3,000 boys there. No protection for me anymore, no homeroom where I could be charming and funny with the tough guys so they could fight my battles for me. Like when I went to small schools. I liked school, but my grades got so bad. Even if I knew the answers to the questions, I wouldn't raise my hand because I'd be afraid they'd laugh at me. They'd even whistle at me in the halls. It was awful. Just awful. So finally, I went down to the principal's office, and I said, I'm a homosexual. Well, it was a Catholic high school, and at the age of 15, you just didn't say that. And he said, would you like to see a psychologist? And I did. And he said, I think you're very well adjusted for your age, and I think you should quit school. So I did. I didn't want to, but I couldn't take it anymore. You see, when I quit school, what I was doing was trying to learn who I was and how to be a man. You know, there are a lot of people in this world who don't know how to be men. And since then, I found out that I am one. I was looking for the wrong thing. I was trying to learn how to be butch. Anyways, I started hanging around 72nd Street, meeting all these really strange people. Just trying to make friends that were like me so I can understand what it was that I was. Somebody told me that they were looking for male dancers at the Jewel Box Review. You know, the drag show. So I go down to audition. Now, from all of those years of me pretending that I was Citrus, I had this fabulous extension. I could turn anything my first audition. And they said to me, you're too short to be a boy. How would you like to be a pony? I said, what's that? And they said, a girl. What do I have to do? Show us your legs. But I have hair on my legs. That's okay, come upstairs. So they took me upstairs. And they hiked up my dungarees and put on a pair of nylon stockings and high heels. It was freaky. It was incredible. So they took me back downstairs and they said, oh, you have wonderful legs. I said, really? Terrific. It's so strange to think about all of this. It was like a whole lifetime ago. I was just past 16. Oh, then there was this thing of me trying to hide it from my parents. Now, that was something. I had to buy all this stuff like shoes to rehearse and earrings, makeup, and I'd hide it all. And my mother would find it. So I told her there was this girl in the show with me, and she didn't want her mother to find out what she was doing, so I was holding this stuff for her. She believed me. Well, I was in show business. It was the asshole of show business, but it was a job. Nothing to brag about. I had friends. But after a while, it got so demeaning. Nobody at the Jewel Box had any dignity, and most of them were ashamed and considered themselves freaks. I don't know if it was the lack of dignity that got to me, but I left. I muddled around for a while. I was an office boy, a waiter. But without an education, you can't get a good job. So when the Jewel Box called and asked me to come back, I went. Now, we were at the Apollo Theater on 125th Street doing 4 shows a day with a movie. It was really tacky. And the show was going to go to Chicago. And my parents, they wanted to say goodbye, so they were going to bring my luggage to the theater after the show. Now, we were doing this Oriental number, and I looked like Anna May Wong. I had these 2 great chrysanthemums on either side of my head, and this huge headdress covered in gold balls. And just as I make my way down the stairs for the finale, who should I see standing by the stage door? My parents. I freaked. They got there too early. I didn't know what to do, so I thought to myself, I know. I will walk quickly past them, just like the rest of them, and they will never recognize me. So I took a deep breath, and just as I passed my mother, I heard her say, "Oh my God." Well, I just died. But what could I do? I had to go on for the finale, so I just kept going. After the show, I went up to my dressing room, and after dressing and taking off my makeup, I went back downstairs, and there they were, standing in the middle of all of these. And all they said to me was, "Please write, make sure you eat, and take care of yourself." And just as my parents left, my father, he turned to the producer and he said, "Take care of my son." That was the first time he's ever called me that.
Jack, are you ready for them yet?
All right, bring him in.
Okay, let's go. Everybody in.
Larry, get the hat.
Okay, we're using hats. Everybody grab a hat and try to find one that fits, please.
All right, let's review this. This is the same combination you worked on earlier. It also goes with the lyrics you just learned. Now, this is very important. I want to see unison dancing. Every head, arm, body angle exactly the same. You must blend. This is one of those numbers where you back the star, you're her frame. I don't want anybody to pull my eye. Now let's review this. Starting position is turned in third. Hips and shoulders on the diagonal. Elbows up, chest up, chin up, eyes front. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. One change. Walk, walk. Point, point. Point, flick, step, kick. Okay, let's do it again from singular sensation. And
Singular sensation.
point and point and point, flick, step, kick, step, change. Continuing. Walk, walk. Up, down, down, point, step, brush, back, 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 flick, step, step, lunge, slow, 3, 4, 5, 6, hat, flick, step, brush with the arm, step, brush, back on down, lift, change, step, and step on the angle, step, and step, body square, back, down, step, point, on the angle, make a shot, body square, back, cross, step, ball change, hat to the end, step, touch, step, up, plie, kick, plie to the hat, plie, right, ball change, hat, no hat, no hat, hat, okay, let's do the whole combination facing away from the mirror.
Excuse me, out to the grapevine, the hat comes down on 2?
Yes, hat's on 2.
When does the hat go up?
On 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2.
Listen, Larry has the exact style I'm looking for, very 30s. Everybody keep your eye on him. Let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1.
2. Shoulder up.
Singular sensation.
Stay pulled up. Point.
And
Point.
flip.
Step. Kick. Tap to the head.
3, 4.
Lead with the hip. Follow 3. Up. Down. Build the phrase. Elbow right.
Down point.
Step, brush.
3, 4.
Step. Flick. Step. Up. Step. And step.
Lunge.
Lunge. Slow.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Hat.
Kick.
Step, brush.
5, 6.
Back.
Okay, let's do it in groups of 4. First group, ready? Group 1. A 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Group 2. Group 3. Group 4.
1, 2. Every move that she makes. One smile and
line upstage, tallest girls in the center, shorter girls on the ends. A 5, 6. Hold it, Larry, a hat. A 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1. You're late.
Singular sensation, every little step she
Straighten the
takes.
supported leg, Sheila.
One
Don't pop the head, Cassie.
deadly combination, every move that she makes.
Maggie, make it sharper.
One smile and
Too high with the leg, Cassie.
nobody else will do.
Eyes front now.
You know you'll never be alone.
Too much leg, Cassie.
You know who. One moment in her presence, and you can't forget the rest.
You're late on the turn, Cassie.
For the girl is second best to none. Son. Ooh.
Don't pop the hip,
Give
Cassie.
your attention to I
That's good placement,
really
Sheila.
have to mention she's a
Okay, boys. Do it again, Cassie.
1. Singular sensation, every little step she takes.
6, 7, 8.
1.
Don't pop the head, Cassie.
Cassie combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know who. One moment in her presence and you can't forget the rest. For the girl is
You
second
destroyed the
best.
combination, Cassie. Pull in.
You
Pull it. Dance like everyone else.
Ooh, sigh, give her your attention too. I really have to mention she's a one.
All right, everyone in line and smile and sing.
Singular sensation, every little step she takes. 1. Really combination, every move that she makes. One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know who. One moment in your presence and you can't forget the rest. For the girl is second best to none. Son, ooh, sigh, give her your attention too. I really have to mention she's the one.
What's wrong? What are you doing?
How can you do it? My job.
What?
You get out of course when you were 22. What the hell makes you think you can go back now?
My sanity.
Cassie, you can't do it.
I did it. I pulled it. I pulled it. I danced like everyone else.
Oh, I know you did. To be perfectly honest with you, I couldn't stand it.
You know, that's your problem.
You know.
Why? Because you pulled me out of the chorus in the first place. Does that make you feel like some kind of failure?
Why did you leave?
Oh, so we're gonna get into that.
Why did you leave me? I came home one night and you were gone.
Why, Zach, you noticed.
Very funny.
You had already left me weeks before.
Left. I thought we were living together.
No, sharing the same apartment, maybe. No, I mean in the real sense of the word left. You left. Well, you were madly in love again.
I wasn't. You know I wasn't. I was directing my first play.
And you were in love with it. And often the only word that means anything to you.
Oh, Cassie, you know how important that was to me. Christ, if I could direct a straight play and pull it off, it meant I wasn't going to be stuck making up dance steps for the rest of my life.
Oh, you were never going to be stuck. You were going to make sure you did it all. Direct, choreograph, musicals, plays, movies. God, I knew you loved your work, but you really get off on it, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I do. You didn't seem to mind when we were working together. It was only when we weren't.
Oh, Zach, I didn't mind not being a part of your work. I loved you. I could have handled that. It was not being a part of your life that got to me. And not being able to keep up with you. Because that's what you expected. You were moving up and you wanted me to be right there with you. Well, I was a good dancer, but you wanted me to be a star.
What's wrong with that? Why shouldn't you be? Why shouldn't you be the best you can be? When I got out of the chorus, I decided I was...
That's not a decision, that's a disease. God, good, better, best, I hate it. How can you stand it? Are you going to go from one show to the next, rehearsing them all 24 hours a day for the rest of your life?
something, like I was, because I was trying to do it for you, to please you, to keep you, to get you back. But I don't want to prove anything anymore. I want to do what I love as much as I can and as long as I can. But at least now I'm doing it for myself. Who are you doing it for? I'm sorry, I had no right to judge. We must be over this by now, aren't we?
One smile and suddenly nobody else will do.
I am.
Good. Then don't feel you owe me any favors. Just treat me like everybody else.
Is that what you want from me? Is this what you really want to do?
Moments in your presence, and you can't forget the rest. For the girl is second best to none. Side, give me your attention. Dude, I really have to mention
Yes, I would love to be one of them. They are wonderful.
But you're special.
No, we're all special. He's special and she's special. And Sheila and Connie and Richie. We're all special. I would love to be dancing on that line. Yes, I would. And I will take chorus if you will take me.
Hey, Zach, who are we going to hire?
I don't know.
What do you want to do now?
Stop matching them up. Do the tap combination.
Okay, kids, tap combination. 5, 6, 7.
God, when it's over, do I need a drink?
He's gotta know who he wants by now.
Oh, Jesus, have I got a headache? I'm not sure I can smile much longer. I should have been a singer.
If George Hamilton can be a movie star, then I can be a movie star.
What am I doing in show business?
Okay, I'm going to put you into couples now. Let's start with John. Let's see, Phoebe Christine. And Mark. Girls work on the other side of the boys. And boys work on the upstage for the girls. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mike.
Connie, are you hiding out there? Come on out.
Yeah, tap's not really my strongest point.
Give me 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Connie, loosen up, enjoy it.
Paul,
Get up.
Paul.
Hey, what are you doing?
Are you okay?
Hey, come on down.
Did you injure yourself? You said, did your ankle?
It's not your knee, is it?
An old injury?
Yeah, he just had it operated on last year. Oh, it's his cartilage. Oh, shit.
All right. Stand back, give him some air.
Call a doctor. No, really.
You should call a doctor.
Paul, who is your doctor?
I don't want a doctor.
Who is your doctor?
Call Sydney Rhodes, 595-7639.
Larry, call him.
Sydney Rhodes, 595-7639.
All right. Relax. Breathe in slowly. Relax.
Maybe you should prop something under his knee.
Somebody get me a dance bag.
No, it's okay. I think I just twisted it. It's okay.
All right. Easy. Up easy. That better?
Does anyone have a Darvon or a Valium?
Somebody get me some water.
I will.
Paul, you're going to be okay.
But I don't have a job, huh?
Look, I don't know if you should give him that. You don't know what's wrong.
Please, I've had 3 already today.
Zach, I spoke to the doctor and he said it'd be much quicker if we got him in a cab to St. Joseph than if he came here. He's going to wait for him right in the emergency room.
All right.
I'll go.
No.
I'll help you.
Fine. All right, easy. 1, 2, 3. Ready?
Where's his dance bag?
Which one is his?
Paul, I'll see you later at the hospital. Larry, call me from the hospital. What do you do when you can't dance anymore?
Kill yourself.
No, really.
Oh, shit, what kind of a question is that?
Real heavy.
Yeah.
I know. But what do you do?
Well, I'll tell you. Because I'm getting scared. I love being in this business, but one day it hits you. Okay, Richie, you've been having fun for almost 8 years now, but where's it getting you?
A lot of people are feeling that way. They're getting out of the business fast.
Well, there's no security in dancing.
But wait a minute.
There's no promotion, no advancement.
Listen, if you're looking for that kind of security, forget it.
No, it's not. It's not just that.
Well, what then?
I could do without that. But, shit, there's no work anymore.
Tell me about it.
It's true.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Isn't that happening to every...
Oh, please, I don't want to hear about how Broadway's dying, because I just got here.
Don't worry, honey. It's not.
They're just not doing the big musicals like they used to.
But even if they did, even if you get this show, it's gonna close one day. Nothing runs forever, right?
Yeah, sure, but that's just the way it is.
That's right. And then you have to start all over again. Because the only chorus line you can depend on in this business is the one at unemployment.
Oh,
Hit it, Richie.
It's not something more than just dancing the chorus.
See, I just want to get one.
Well, I want to be something more than just the tall redhead second from the end. Not that I want to be a star or anything. Hell, I do. Oh, please. Everybody in the whole country wants to be a goddamn star. Okay, I admit it. I want to be the next Gwen Verdon.
But she dances.
I know. Don't you just love her?
But I want to know what you're going to do when you can't dance anymore.
Who cares? I don't care if I dance another step as long as I live. I'd just be happy going to Hollywood and replacing Jill St. John. Big fucking deal, right? I mean, I can dream, can't I?
Yeah, but dreams don't pay the rent.
So I'll find somebody who can.
That's the thing that gets me. A girl can always get married.
She didn't say anything about marriage.
Well, another thing is,
Oh, please, I don't think I can take it.
these bodies don't last
I
forever.
can't take it.
We're no better off than athletes.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't worry about any of that now. Because I plan to go on kicking these legs as long as I can. And when I can't, well, I'll just do something else.
Right, so you get into acting. No, I mean, it's fabulous to know you can talk, too. That's what I'm into. Not very good, but I'm getting better. And I'll tell you something, it beats busting your ass dancing any day. At least when you're an actor, you stand a chance.
Oh, come on. There are more actors out of work than dancers.
Oh, shit. That's theater. Listen, nobody got into this business to play it safe. And we're all here because we we wanted to be here. And you're all acting like it's just another job, and it's not. So what are you all talking about?
Life, darlings, is tough all over. That's why I have no plans, no alternatives. Just get me through the day. One day at a time is enough for me to deal with.
Well, listen, we all wouldn't be here if we didn't feel the same way. I got a wife and 2 kids to think about. And as much as I love dancing and theater, it's all about paying the bills now and getting the kids through school. I mean, I have to go where the money is.
Well, what will you do?
Well, I'd like to stay in the business, maybe stage managing, someday directing.
Hello!
Whatever. Just have to see.
I can't think of anything else I'd do.
Well, if we all had to pick another career. Go on, pick a career. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Young.
I know what I'm gonna do. Because I know that one day, whatever show I'm in is gonna close. And then I can finally get off my diet. Then I'm gonna get in the car with my husband, drive up to our 50 acres in Vermont, have a bunch of kids, dance around the kitchen cooking, and enjoy getting fat.
That sounds good. Except the fat part. Yeah, I'd like that, just not right away.
Well, all I want to be is just happy.
Oh, come on, aren't you happy? Look, I sit around and get depressed and worry about all these things too. But then I meet somebody, and they say to me, wow, you dance on Broadway. How fabulous. You got somewhere. You're something. And Christ, I get this feeling inside. Because I remember when I used to stand outside of that stage door and watch all these girls come out of there with their eyelashes and their makeup. And I think, God, I'll never be that old. I'll never be that old. I'll never be old enough to come outside of that stage door. But deep down inside, I knew I would. And God damn it, I've come this far, and I'm not giving up now.
I used to think the same thing. I've got to be a ballerina by the time I'm 18. I won't give up. And then I found out I should be a musical comedy, and I thought, okay, I'll be a chorus girl, but I've got to be playing parts by the time I'm 21.
Oh, no. Did you do that, too? Give yourself a time limit?
I still do it.
Right, and then you're 25, and you think, just a couple of years more. Well, hell, I'm 30. I mean, how many more years do I have left to be a chorus cutie? 3, 4? If I get my eyes done. Well, I don't want to deal on that level any longer, so just lately I started thinking about opening a studio. I don't know. Am I copping out? Am I growing up? I don't know.
Who does? Listen, who knows anything? It's just something you're going to have to wait and see.
Right. But if today were the day you had to stop dancing, how would you feel?
Kiss today goodbye. Sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck, the same to you. But I can't regret what I did for love, what I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry. The gift was ours to borrow. It's as if we always knew. And I won't forget what I did for love, what I did for love. Gone, love is never gone as we travel on. Love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye.
did for love. What I did for love. What I did for
Before I start eliminating, I just want to say I think you're all terrific. You've been wonderful about going through all of this today. I sincerely wish I could hire all of you, but I can't. Will the following people please step forward? Don, Greg, Al, Deanna. No, I'm wrong. Back in line. Christine, Bibi, Sheila, Connie, Maggie. Front line, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sorry. Rehearsals begin September 22nd. We'll rehearse for 6 weeks with a 2-month out-of-town tryout. Our New York opening will be sometime mid-January. Be prepared to sign a stand-up minimum contract with a 6-month rider. You'll be contacted sometime next week as to where and when to sign your contract. And I am very glad we're going to be working together.
She's the contestants of making the grade. This is what she calls traveling.